This is the East by Southeast Spoken Word Showcase. I'm Selah V, and you're watching it on Channel Austin. I'm here with Charlotte Jackson. Glad to have you back on the show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
You've been here several years, right?
Yeah, this is my fourth time.
Wow, okay. We've a lot of dedicated poets to the show. So what kind of poems did you bring to share with us today?
Well, they're rather strange.
Okay. Well, this is a good city to be strange in,
Right.
so.
They're full of ideas.
Okay. Kind of sneak hint kind of ideas, like.
Well, they're sort of metaphysical ideas. And there's one that's about my peach tree that I had to watch carefully this winter because it had blossomed.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was confused a little bit.
Yeah.
I can understand that. We've all been confused in Austin before with the weather.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So I had to bring it in and take it out every time, the cold weather snaps came. And finally, I hope we've had the last.
Last of
for
it.
us.
Me too. I have my fingers crossed. So, you have a fall necklace on, I can see. So, but we're almost ready to get out of there, right? So.
It's just for color.
Okay. It looks really nice.
Thanks.
Well, Charlotte, I'm glad to have you with us.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and jump into these metaphysic poems and see what we got going on. Yes? Okay. All right, everyone. Charlotte Jackson.
My peach tree this winter. I bought a peach tree a couple of years ago. It's flowers to enjoy in spring. Flowers that come out before the leaves. Each flower in place for a fruit. In a container on my patio sits my peach tree, and I noticed one day my peach tree dotted with flower buds. So I've been nursing this winter an early flower budded peach tree. One night, I found it with ice on its branches and hurriedly carried it into the house. Put it beside the running clothes dryer in the garage. A couple of days later, I put it into an unoccupied back room. Back outside it went on a sunny day till another winter storm came by. So, in and out, again and again, we played the winter game. The blossoms unfurled, and out it went another sunny day. Then along came the sparrows and cardinals to my patio of green, a green bay laurel tree, rosemary, and a container full of green sedum and iris. They skipped among the pots of plants, looking satisfied and approving, while my daughter and I looked on gleefully, cheering. One night, I glanced through the sliding glass door at my peach tree in the night outside. The light from inside highlighted the little brown fruit buds where the fallen flowers had been. Like a vigilant sentinel, I watched the weather report just in case. As I enjoy the early evidences of spring, the large blooming pear trees dotting the neighborhood, and my potted peach tree. Where and when invitation to a party with our friends. Most important to note, where and when. Is good that is God, our dearest friend. He it is, the Father host, his true ideas, his guests. He calls you to his feast. Where and when? The place is consciousness. The time is now. To be aware of angel thoughts, Michael bearing strength, Gabriel love and peace. Awake thou that sleepest. The inspiration for this poem comes from two different views of man, contrasted between Genesis 1 with Genesis 2. A human is a concept, though appearing as fleshly you and me, self-judged to be of a twofold nature, of both good and evil. Which would you rather be? In Genesis 1, we find God's judgment of the universe he fathers, good, and not merely that, but very good. For like produces like. Don't you agree? In Genesis 2 comes evil, introduced by a but, a little word oft overlooked and mistaken for an and. A link is created in a chain that binds generations of self-deception, starting with the first man, Adam, being made of the dust of the earth. No Mother Earth for me, nor Mother Eve, formed of Adam's rib when he had fallen asleep and dreamed a dream from which he and all his progeny never awakened. From the dream of physical life, spanning from birth to death, down the halls of time, out of control, with the dubious concept of a variable self called God. Until the second Adam, called Christ, who awakened mankind from the dream of separation, the dream of birth, the dream of death. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give you light. One invisible Christ always has been throughout the aeon of eternity, calling mankind to awaken. The Bible is full of that, unfolding like a flower bud in infinite progression, with the universe constantly expanding. From the first command, let there be light.